Hello everyone. So I welcome you for yet another session on CSAT. Another topic which is predecessor for your LCM and HCF. So very important. So understand what they are. Now already you know, right? Factors of a number. What is the meaning of factors? As you already know, factors means any number that divides the given number. Right? So that is called as factor of a given number. That means that if 6 is divisible by 1, 6 is divisible by 6, 6 is divisible by 2, 6 is divisible by 3. That is 1, 6, 2, 3. All these are factors of 6. Now what is the meaning of it? First thing, all the numbers, we are talking about natural numbers here, will be divisible by 1. Right? Any number will be divisible by 1. All the number will be divisible by the number itself. This is one thing. Now, all the factors, if you look at closely, if I have, for example, 12, 1, 12, 2, 6, 3, 4. If you look at all the number, the highest factor of any given number is number itself. The lowest factor of any given number is 1. So that means that factor always lies between 1 and the number itself. Okay, that is the one thing that you are supposed to do. 2, 4, 6, 3. All these are between 1 and 12, right? So, the highest factor is 12 and the lowest or the highest factor is the number itself. Lowest factor is 1. So, remaining factor lies between these two numbers. Okay, that is first thing. Now, second, let's understand certain rules, how it works first. Then you understand or, remember the formula. So, what is it? I'll take for a smaller number, right? With multiple factors, right? One I'll take for 6 itself. Another I'll take it for, let's say, 30, right? Another I'll just take it for, let's say, 16. That's it. And 9. 4 numbers we'll take, small numbers. So, let's not mess it up. What are the factors? If I write 1, 6, 2, 3 is a 6. Now again, 3 2s are, it is covered because up to square root if you cover, the pairs would have been already covered. So you don't need to worry about it. Similarly for 30, if I want to take 1, 30, 2, 15, 3, 10, 4 it will not be divisible, 5, 6. Then again 6 5s are 10 3s are alternatively. 10, 16, 1, 16, 2, 8, 4, 4s are. 1, 4 we will consider for our calculation. 9 similarly 1, 9, 3, 3 is. Right. Now if you look at it, as I told you, apart from perfect square, all the numbers will have even number of factors because the factors comes in pairs. Right. Similarly, in terms of perfect square, always we come to know that the number of factors will be odd. This is 3 factors. Here 5 factors. That is one rule. Second, if a perfect square is a square of a prime number, for example 25, for example 49, 9, okay. Similarly, another number I will take, which is basically, the basic number 36. Now if I say 25, 1 25s are 5 5s are. If I take 49, 1 49s are 7 7s are. Similarly, if I take 36, 1 36, 2 18s are, 3 12s are, 4 9s are, 6 6 are, 1 6 I will write. Now, if you look at it, right, 16 and 36 are a perfect square, but they are not square of a prime number. 16 is square of 4. So, 4 is not a prime number. So, 16 is square of non-prime number. Similarly, 36 is 6 square. So, that means that it is not a square of prime number. So that means that if you look at the total number of factor, here it is 5, here it is 9. Odd number, but it is 5 and 9. But if you look at the squares of prime number, for example 9, it is a square of 3. 3 is a prime number. So square of 3, you have 1, 9 and 3. Only 1 3 is being considered. So how many factors are there? 3 factors. Similarly, 5 is there. 1, 25, 5. How many factors are there? 3 factors. Similarly, 49, 1, 49, 7. 7 has repeated 2 times. For number of factors, you consider only 1. How many factors are there? 3. What is the common observation? Whenever a perfect square is a square of a prime number, How many factor it will have? Only 3. So in the question, if they are given a number is having 3 factor, what you should understand? It is not that it is odd number of factors, so it is a perfect square. Not only that, but also you should understand that it is a square of a perfect number. That principle that come to your mind. If they have given 5 factors, a number is having 5 factors. Since it is odd number of factor, what should come to your mind? First thing, it is a perfect square. Second thing, since it is more than 3, that means that it is not a square of the prime number, but it is a square of the non-prime number. That should come to your mind. Okay, clear. Now, how do you find the total number of factor of a given number? Every time I cannot create this tree-like structure and then calculate the total number of factors. So let's understand how this works. With that, basically, even factor, odd factor, sum of factors with conditionality, all we will understand, and then we'll solve few problems. That is how we are going to do. The class will be a little lengthier because otherwise I cannot, finish the things. At the same time, I am going at the very, slow pace so that you can understand with lot of examples, right? So as I told you, if you are understanding, please like it so that I understand that you are liking, and it will, help me to come up with more video. Or if you are, if you are not participating, this again says that it is something, if you tell exercise I am doing, so it will not help me to motivate for another 3-4 months with the same enthusiasm, right? So now anyways, so now let's start the things and get into the business. Now let's say if I take 6, this is 1, 6, 2, 3. If I take 12, 1, 12, 2, 6, 3, 4. Similarly, if I take 30, I'll take only 3 examples. 1, 30, and 2, 15s, 3, 10s, 5, 6. That's it, right? So these are the 3. And for a perfect square, we should have 1 or 2 numbers. That is 9, 1, 9, 3, 3 3s. Similarly, for 16, 1, 16, 2, 8, 4 4s. 1 4 will be considered. Now, if I want to calculate, how do you calculate? First, understand that write the number in the product of the prime factors. That means that if I want to write 6, how I want to write it in the product of 5 factors? First prime number is 2. 2 into 3. That is 2 to the power of 1 into 3 to the power 1. 2 3s are 6. Right. So now, what is the meaning of 2 to the power of 1? It is 2. So now all the number that divides 2 are 2 to the power of 2, 2 to the power of 1. All the number that divides 3 is nothing but 3 to the power of 0, 3 to the power of 1. What is 3 to the power of 0? 1. So 3 will be divisible by 1, 3 will be divisible by 3. If it is 2 to the power of 1, that is 2 is divisible by 1, 2 is divisible by 2. Right. Now if you see, this is nothing but 1, 2, 1, 3. Right. If I do it, 1 into 1, I get 1. 1 into 3, I get 3. Similarly, 2 into 1, I get 2. 2 into 3, I get 6. So if I write them in their prime factor from 2 to the power of 0 to whatever the factor they are having, and then cross multiply, I get all the required factors. Now let's go with 12 and try to understand if you have not understood properly. Let's go again. What is 12? 12 is nothing but 3 into 4. Now 4 is not a prime number. 3 is a prime number. 4 can be again written in the power of a prime number. How you are writing? 4 is nothing but what? 2 square. So I will write it as 2 square. Now that means that now all the number that divides 2 square, that is all the number that divides 4, is nothing but 2 to the power of 0, that is 1. Write 2 to the power of 0, that is 1. 4 is also divisible by 2, that is 2. 4 is also divisible by 2 square, that is 4. Similarly, 3 will be divisible by 1, that is 3 to the power of 0. Similarly, 3 will be divisible by 3 itself, that is 3 to the power 1. Right? This is 1, this is 3. Now, if you look at, if I multiply all the numbers here with the corresponding numbers, that is 1 into 1, I get 1. Similarly, this 1 I will multiply another number, that is 3. 1 into 3, that is 3 I get. Now with 1, all the possibility get over. I stop this one. Now I'll go to 2. 2 into 1, I get 2. Similarly, 2 into 3, I get 6. So with 2, all the possibility I tried. Now go with 4. 4 into 1, I get 4. 4 into 3, I get 12. Similarly, all the numbers has been covered. Right? So that means that all you have to understand is, if I divide them in the prime factor and, write it and, start checking with all the possibility, whatever I am multiplying, I am getting, all the answers that I am getting are factors of a given number. Now let's see it for basically last number, that is 30. What is 30 can be written as? Think about it. Let's say I will write initially whatever the come, 5, 6 are 30. 5 is a prime number, you don't need to further go. 6 can be written as 2 to the power of 1, 3 to the power of 1. If nothing is written, it is power 1. Right? So 5 into 2, 10 into 3. Now all has been written in the product of the prime factor. What is 5 to the power of 1? That is 5. With which number 5 will be divisible? You know that it will be divisible by 5 to the power of 0. That is 5, 1. Similarly, it will be divisible by 5 to the power 1. That is 1 and 5. Similarly, what 2 will be divisible by? 2 to the power of 0, that is 1. 2 to the power of 1, that is 2. Right? So, that is again 1 and 2. Similarly, what 3 will be divisible by? 3 to the power... What 3 will be divisible by? 3 to the power of 0, 3 to the power 1. That is 1 and 3. Now, if you cross check, right? So, 1 into 1 into 1, 1 is covered. 1 into 1 into 3, 3 is covered. Right? With 1, 1, 3 cover. This is done. Now, think about 5 into 1 into 1. 5 ones are 5 into 1, 5 is covered. 5 into 1 into 3. 5 ones are 5 into 3, 15 is covered. Similarly, now, right? 1 into 2 into 1. 1 2s are 2, 2 1s are 2. Similarly, 1 into 2 into 3. 1 into 2, 2, 2 into 3, 6. Right? Now with 5. 5 into 2, 10. 10 into 1, 10. 5 into 2, 10. 10 into 3, 30. So if I take all of them, I will get the answer. Now, this is the logic behind it. This you don't need to, mug up as such. Now we will go to number of factors. How will you find number of factors? Based on this logic. Okay. Now, what is your job? Try to understand this. I'll keep it this. So, total number of factors here are, for 6 it is 4, for 12 it is 6, for 30 it is 8. So, what I will do, I'll just, understand this and go with this. Now, 6, how it can be written? 2 into 3. 2 to the power of 1 into 3 to the power of 1. So, now you see, prime is there. What is the power is there? 1 is the power. Whatever is the power, you add 1 to them separately. So, 1 plus 1, 2. 1 plus 1, 2. You multiply them. 2 into 2 is 4. That means that 6 have how many factors? 4 factors. Similarly, let's say 12. 12, what we have done? It is nothing but 3 into 4 is nothing but 2 square. So, 3 to the power of 1 into 2 square. Whatever the power, what you are supposed to do? Add 1 to it. 1 plus 1 is 2. Into whatever the power, add 1 to it. 2 plus 1, 3. 2 into 3 is how much? 6. 12 has 6 factors. So, first you write the number in a prime factor and raise it to the highest powers, whatever the possible power. For each power, if you keep on adding 1 and then multiply those sum that you are getting, that is the total number of factors. For 30, right, what is 30? You have seen that 5 into 2 into 3. That is 2 to the power of 1, 3 to the power of 1, 5 to the power of 1. For this power 1, add 1. For this power 1, add 1. For this power 1, add 1. 1 plus 1, 2. Into 2, 4. Into 2, 8. So, whatever the number has been given in the prime factor, if you keep on adding 1, 1, 1 to the highest power of that factor or the prime number, then you multiply that powers itself will give you the number. For example, if I want 16, what is 16? 16 can be written as 4 square, 4 into 4, but 4 is not a prime number. I have to write it in the prime format. 4 is nothing but 2 square This 4 is also 2 square. So 2 square into 2 square, 2 to the power 4. If it is 2 to the power of 4, now how much is the power? 4 is the power. Add 1 to it. 4 plus 1 will be 5. If you look at it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 16 has how many factors? 5 factors. Similarly for 9. 9 is nothing but 3 square. So what is that? 3 is a prime number. You have write it to 2. Now how if you want to total number of factor, what you have to do? Just add 1 to the power. That is 2 plus 1. So this will be 3 factors. That is 1, 9 and 3. 3 factors. Understood? So all you have to write it in, the prime factors and then add 1 to each of the powers, then multiply that. Then you will get total number of factors. That is 1. Second, what is the sum of the factors? What you are supposed to do for sum of the factors, right? We'll understand it again. Let's say there is 6, 1, 6, 3, 2 or 2, 3, right? So there are 4 factors. Now if I add the sum of the factor, 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 6 is 12. Sum of factor will be 12. Similarly, if I have 12, 1, 12, 2, 6, 3, 4. So if I add 3 plus 4, 7, 2 plus 6, 8, 7 plus 8 is 15, 15 plus 13, 28. Sum of the factors will be 28. Right? So now if you understand all this, how you are supposed to do, I will directly share the shortcut again. So now what you are supposed to do, first write them in the prime factors. How will you write 6? 6 can be written as 2 into 3. Right? Now how I told you 2 can be expanded as 2 to the power of 0, 2 to the power of 1. How 3 can be expanded? Since 3 to the power of 1 is there, 3 to the power of 0, 3 to the power 1. Now what you do, add these two. What is 2 to the power of 0? 1. What is 2 to the power of 1? 2. 1 plus 2, that is 3. Similarly, 3 to the power of 0, 1. 3 to the power of 1, 3. Add these two. That is 1 plus 3, 4. So, this sum is basically 4. This sum is 3. Now you multiply it. That is 12. Your answer is 12. Right. So, what I am doing, I am just expanding it and then adding it. Alright. Now, you will understand the same thing for 12. How will you write 12? 3 into 4 or 3 into 2 square. How 3 can be written? 3 to the power of 1, 3 to the power of 0, 3 to the power of 1. 2 square, what you can write? 2 to the power of 0, 2 and then 2 square. It can expand as 0, then 2 to the power of 1, 2 square. Now if you see, what is 3 to the power of 0? 1. So what is 3 to the power of 1? 3. What is the sum? 1 plus 3, 4. Into, now what is 2 to the power of 0? 1. What is 2 to the power of 1? 2. What is 2 square? 4. 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus 4, 7. So what is 4 into 7? 28. Right? So all I will do is I will write them, then expand from 3 to the power of 0 to highest power that is possible, 2 to the power of 0 to highest power that is there, and then add them individually. All the 3 to the power of will be added separately, all 3 power will be added separately, then I will add them. The final problem, if you want to just take, now we'll take last number, that is 30, so that it has 3 factors and try to understand it. Or let's say we'll take a larger number, let's say 60. Right? Now you know that how 60 can be written as 160, 2 30s, 3 20s, 4 15s, 5 12s, right? 6 10s, right? And that's it. Because all you have to find is what? You always have to find up to square root of a number. Square root of number of 60 is between, 7 square is basically 49, 8 square is 64, up to 8 if you consider, other half is already taken care of. Right? So, this many numbers are there. Now, first is how to find number of factors. How do you write 60? Any number you write, first you write whatever that comes to your mind. For example, I write 10 into 6. Now, both 10 and 6 are not prime. So, divide this 6 into further down, 2 into 3. Similarly, 10 can be written as 2 into 5. Now, everything is in prime. How many times? 2 square into 3 one time into 5 to the power 1. That is 2 square 4, 4 into 3 12, 12 5s are 60. This has been now written in the form of prime factors. Right? Now, total number of factor, what you are supposed to do? Add 1 to the power of 2, that is 2 plus 1. will be 3 into 3 power is what? 1. Add 1 to it. 1 plus 1, 2. Similarly, for the 5, what is the power we are having? 1. Add 1 to it. That is again 1 plus 1, 2. So 3 into 2, 6. 6 into 2, 12. If you look at it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there are 12 factors. First is done. Now let's understand the second one. What I have to do for the second one? I have to add all of them and see what is the sum of the factors. Right? Understand the logic. Now if I first add 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 5, 15, plus 6, 15 plus 6 is 21, 31, 31 plus 12, 43, 43 plus 15, 58, 58, then let's say 20, 78, 78 plus 30, that will be 108, 108 plus 60, right? So that will be 168. Now this is the sum, right? So now we will see how we can do through calculation. We don't need to add all the factors and write it and add it, right? So what we have written, 60 is nothing but 2 square into 3 into 5. How 2 square can be written? It will be divisible by 1, it will be divisible by 2, it will be divisible by 2 square. How 3 will be divisible by 3 will be divisible by 1, 3 will be divisible by 3 to the power 1. How 5 will be divisible? 5 to the power of 0, 5 to the power 1. Now if I add them individually, all box has to be added individually. This is 2 to the power of 0 is 1, plus 2 to the power of 1 is 2, 2 square is 4. 1 plus 2 plus 4. How much? 7 into, separately this and this. 3 to the power of 0 is 1, 3 to the power of 1 is 3. 1 plus 3, that is 4. Similarly, 5 to the power of 0 is 1, 5 to the power of 1 is 5. 1 plus 5, how much it is? 6. Now if you add 6 into 4, 24, 24 into 7. Right? 7 4s are 28, 2 carry, 7 2s are 14, plus 2 will be 160. Right? So all you have to write them in the prime factorization. Then each number or each power has to be split from the 2 to the power of 0 to the what is the highest power we are having. That is all the possible power that will divide this square. Similarly, all of them individually add them and then multiply the final sum. In that way, you are going to get the answer. Hope it is clear. Now, I will move to another two things, that is even factor, odd factor, sum of the factor has been covered. Then factors with conditionality we will cover, then solve the problem. Right? So now let's see. Okay. How do you find even factors? Now, let's say, we'll take 6, again 12, then 60. 3 numbers I will take. I will write 1, 6, 2, 3, right? 1, 12, 2, 6, 3, 4, 1, 60, 2, 30, 3, 20, 4, 15, 5, 12, 6, 10. Right? We have written. All right. How this can be written? 2 to the power of 1 into 3 to the power of 1. How this can be written? 2 square into 3. How this has been written? 2 square into 3 to the power of 1 into 5 to the power 1. This is how we have written all of them. All right. Now let's see how this will work. Right. Now how, if you want, let's say somebody is asking you, among these factor, I don't need all the total number of factor or sum of the factor, but I am asking you what? Only even factor. Give me even factor. Now, what are the even factor here? 2 and 6. What are the even factors here? 2, 6, 4, 12. What are the even factors here? 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, 20, 30, 60. Right? Now, how do I calculate which is even, which is odd? Now, try to understand the logic. How we have got all the factor? We have written 2 to the power of 1 as 2 to the power of 0, 2 to the power of 1. Similarly, 3 to the power of 1, how you have written? 3 to the power of 0, 3 to the power of 1. And while finding the factor, what we did? 1 into 1, 1. 1 into 3, 3. Similarly, 2 into 1, 2. 2 into 3, 6. Like that we have calculated. So that means that here also, 2 square into 3, that is 2, 2 to the power of 1, 2 square. 3 can be written as 3 to the power of 0, 3 to the power of 1. Whenever you are multiplying 2 to the power of 0, that is 1 into 1, one factor you are getting. 1 into 3, another factor you are getting. Similarly, 2 into 1, another factor you are getting. Similarly, 2 into 3, 6 you will get. Similarly, 4 into 1, you will get 4. 4 into 3, you will get 12. So like that, we were getting the factors. Now understand this. Now if they are asking even factors, when will you get even number? Understand, go back to your basics. Understand when I will get even. Whenever one of the number is even, answer will be even, irrespective of what others. So if I want even, what I should keep? One number I have to keep it as even. Minimum one number should be even. So that means that when 2 to the power of 0, that is 1 is there, then remaining all here also 3 to the power of 1 is 1. 3 to the power of 1 is 3. All these are odd number, right? If I multiply this with the 2 to the power of 0, that is also another odd number, then answer will be odd. So if I remove this from the calculation, right, now what will happen? I will be left with 2 to the power of 1, which is a even number. If I multiply any number, 2 into 1, I will get 2. 2 into 3, I will get 6. So that means that if I remove 2 to the power of 0 from my calculation, then whatever other number does not matter, because one number is even, final answer will be even. So to get the even factor, what you are supposed to do? Remove 2 to the power of 0, which is 1, which is odd number. So remove that from your calculation. Remaining all product will be your even. So if I remove 2 to the power of 0, that means that here there is only one number is there, and here there are two numbers. So 1 into 2, total 2 even numbers will be there. Right? If they tell you to find the sum of the factors, then 2 to the power of 1 is 2 into 3 to the power of 0 is 1, 3 to the power of 1 is 3, 1 plus 3 is 4. So total it will be 8. If you look 6 plus 2, answer will be 8. All you have to do is what? Now don't worry about it. Now understand it what it is. All you have to do is remove 2 to the power of 0, which is giving you 1, which is an odd number. I don't want that odd number. I only want to keep even number from 2's power. So what I will do to get the odd, even powers from the 2, I will make sure that 2 to the power of 0 is removed from the calculation. So that if it is, now understand for another problem where we are talking about second one, that is for 12, right? So understand this. Now what I am having? 1, 2, 3, 2, 6, 4. Right here, 2 square was there, 3 was there. 2 square can be written as 2 to the power of 0, 2 to the power of 1, 2 square. 3 to the power of 1 can be written as 3 to the power of 0, 3 to the power of 1. 3 does not matter to me because I am only worried about where? Where I want even factor means I want to have at least one number as a even. Then only product will be even. So this which is 2 to the power of 0 is giving 1 which is odd. I will remove that. So now what is I left with? 2 to the power of 1, 2 square. So there are two numbers. Here two numbers. 2, this is 2, this is 2. Total how many factors I will get? 4 factor. If you look at it, 1 factor, 2 factor, 3 factor, 4 factor are even. So that means that if I remove 2 to the power of 0, remaining are only 2. Here it does not matter with the other factor, because once I get a even number in this bracket, irrespective of other bracket, answer will be what? Even. Now, if I want to get sum of the even factor, I remove 2 to the power of 0, continue the same process, remove it, continue the same process. That is 2 to the power of 1, 2, 2 square, 4, add them, 2 plus 4 is 6. Similarly, 3 to the power of 1 is 1, 3 to the power of 0 is 1, 3 to the power of 1 is 3, sum is 4. So that is 4 into 6 will be how much? 24. If you add here 2 plus another even factor 4, 6, another even factor 6, 6 plus 6, 12. 12 plus 12, 24. Right? So the basic idea is finally whenever you are here, I will not do again all the calculation. I just write 2 to the power of 0, 2 to the power of 1, 2 square. 3 to the power of 0, 3 to the power of 1, 5 to the power of 0, 5 to the power. What I am not worried about, 3, 5 and all I am not worried about. If I want to get a even number, I don't want to have this 2 to the power 0. So when I remove this 2 to the power of 0, remaining number is 2 to the power of 1, that is 2. 2 square is 4, that is one number is even. product will be even. So that means that how many numbers are there? If I remove 2 to the power of 0, I will have 2 numbers here. Here I will have 2 numbers. Here I will have 2 numbers. That is 2 into 2 into 2. That is 8 numbers are even. If you look at here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If they are asking sum of the factor, again add these 2. That is 2 plus 4 is 6. 1 plus 3, 4. 5 plus 1, 6. That is 6 into 4, 24. 24 into 6 you are supposed to do. Right? That's it about even factors and odd factors. Now, finally, we will move to the final problem and the conditionality. That is, that means that now if somebody is asking, sir, how do you find odd factors then? Right? So, if for an even factor, what you removed? You remove 2 to the power of 0 because you are getting, 2 to the power of 0 is 1, which is odd. So, that is why remaining anyways 3 power, 5 power always odd. So, that means I will be getting odd. So, now if I want to get only odd numbers, what I am supposed to do? I should not consider this whole 2 power at all. Remove the 2 from your calculation. So, that means that if I am having again 6, it is basically 1, 6, 2, 3. Right? This can be written as 2 into 3, 2 to the power of 0, 2 to the power of 1, 3 to the power of 0, 3 to the power of 1. This what I will do, I will remove the powers of 2 because powers of 2 is giving me even number. You can keep 2 to the power of 0, but that is only keeping one number does not make sense. So I will remove that also. So I will remove all the powers of 2, only keep 3. So how many are there? 3 to the power of 0, that is 1 is there. 3 to the power of 1, 3 is there. So that is how many are there? 2 odd powers are there. Similarly, if it is 12, 1, 12. Right. So what I will do? I will write 2 square into 3 to the power 1. This can be written as 3 to the power of 1, 3. So if I want odd, remove the even factor, which is 2. If I don't have 2, then remaining all are odd number. Odd into odd will always give me odd. So how many are there? 3 to the power of 0, that is 1. 3 to the power of 1, that is 3. That is 1 and 3. These are the only 2 odd numbers. Alright. So that is how you calculate this. Now the final calculation we will do and we will end this session. And then solve few problems and then we'll end the session. Now let's say we'll take last for a larger number 60, 160, 230, 320, 4, 15, 5, 12, 6, 10. These are the numbers. Now first it can be written as a prime factor as 2 square, that is 4 into 3 to the power of 1 into 5 to the power of 1. This is first rule. Now if I want to get even factors, what I should do? 2 to the power of 0, 2 to the power of 1, 2 square, 3 to the power of 0, 3 to the power of 1. Similarly, 5 to the power of 0, 5 to the power of 1. And what I should do? I should not consider 2 to the power 0. So that means that remaining are 2 to the power of 1, that is even number. 2 square 4, that is even number. So if I keep 1 as even, irrespective of other number, answer will be what? Even. So here there are 2 numbers. Here there are again 2 numbers. Here there are 2 numbers. So there are 8 numbers which are even. Right? If I, you can calculate here, right? 1 is even, 2, 4, 6. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 are even. So if I want basically odd factors, then what I should do? I should not consider 2 square itself. Keep only these 2. 3 to the power of 1. So you will have 3 to the power of 0, 3 to the power of 1, 2 factors. 5 to the power of 0, 5 to the power of 1, 2 factors. Total 2 into 2, how many factors? 4 factors. That is 1, 3, 5, 15. 4 numbers are odd factors. That's it. Now I will take only this example and cover remaining part. What is remaining part? If the conditionality is given. If they tell you how many factors of 60 are square numbers, right? Or how many factors of 60 are multiple of 6, right? So like that questions are coming. Now what I should do? Okay. They are asking multiples of 6. To get multiple of 6, what you need? At least 1, 2 should be there. 1, 3 should be there. If there are 2 2s also, it's fine. 2 square into 3, 12. That is also fine. But at least what minimum you should have? 1, 2 and 1, 3 is minimum. That is, you cannot have 0 2s. But you should have 1, 2. 2 square is also fine. 2 2s also fine. Similarly, you cannot have 0 3s. At least you should have 1 3. Similarly, 5 to the power of 0, 5 to the power of 1 does not matter, because as long as you are having 2 and 3, one set of 2 and 3, you will get the answer. So, here there are two numbers. Here there is 1. Here there is 2. That is, totally there are 4 numbers which are multiple of 6. You can see here, 6 is multiple of 6. 12 is multiple of 6. 6 5s are 30 is multiple of 6. And 60, the number itself is multiple of 6. So, there are 4 numbers which are multiple of 6. So, what I have to do? The basic condition, minimum 1 2 1 3 should be there. If they are asking how many numbers are multiple of 10, right? 10. So, what I need for 10? Imagine, what do you need for 10? 1 5 should be there minimum, 1 2 should be there. That is, among 2 to the power of 0, 2 to the power of 1, 2 square. Here 3 to the power of 0, 3 to the power of 1, 5 to the power of 0, 5 to the power of 1. I cannot have 0 2s because minimum 1 2 should be there. 2 2s is fine, but 1 2 has to be there. Similarly, 0 3 is not a possibility. I should have minimum 1 3. 5, it does not matter as long as I am having, 5 for 5 we are doing. So, we will just come back here. 3 to the power of 0. For 1 5 we need. So, that means that 0 5 is not a possibility. So, now if you look at it, 1 minimum 2 should be there. 1 minimum 5 would be there. How many 3s are there? We don't care. So, that means that 2 into here 2 into here 1. So, total 4 numbers are multiples of 10. You can see 10, 20, 30, 60. Understand? Okay. Now, if you understood this, anything that they can give goes with the same logic. Now, if they are asking you how many multiples of, let's say, 4 or let's say 12 is there. For 12 is what? 3 into 4. That means 4 is nothing but 2 square. That is, minimum 2 2s should be there, 1 3 should be there. So, that means that 2 to the power of 0 you cannot consider. 2 to the power of 1 you cannot consider. Because minimum how many 2s you need? 2 square. That is 2 2s you should need. In minimum 3 to the power of 0, 3 to the power of 1 may what you cannot consider? 3 to the power of 0, because minimum 1 3 is required. Then with respect to 5 we don't care. So, that is one possibility here, one possibility here, then 2 possibilities here. Total 2 numbers are multiple of 12. That is 12 itself as well as 60. Both 2 numbers are multiple of 12. If they are asking square number, right? How many numbers are square numbers? Final one before we solve the problem, right? How many numbers are square numbers? That means that to square number, what do you need? You should get numbers in pairs. So, that means that 2 to the power of 0, it is 1. 1 is a square number. Now, 2 to the power of 1, 2 is not a square number. To square, you should have it in pair. So, 2 to the power of 1 cannot be considered. 2 square you can consider, because in 2 square, how many 2s you are having? 2 2s you are having. Similarly, 3 to the power of 0, that is 1. 1 is coming in pairs, no problem. But 3 to the power of 1, you cannot consider. Why? If you consider 3 to the power of 1, there is only 1 3. But to become a square, it should always come in pairs. So, you cannot. Similarly, 5 to the power of 0, you can consider. Yes. 5 square can you consider? 5 to the power of 1, you can consider? No. Because it is only 1 5. It is not in pair. Square number is always what? It is always comes in pairs. So, 2 to the power of 0, 2 square. 2 numbers are possible from here. 1 number from possible here, 1. So, that is 2 into 1 into 1. That will be what? Finally, it will be 2. So, you can see 1 is a square number, 4 is a square number. So, there are 2 perfect squares are there. Got the point? So, this is how whatever the question it is giving, you try to put this logic and get what is the minimum that should be satisfied. Above that, whatever extra is there, that is not your concern. Minimum has to be satisfied. That is how you are going to do. Alright. So, you got my point. If they are asking, final one, if they are asking how many numbers are multiple of 20. How many should be multiple of 20? 20 what you should get? You should have 1 5, 2 square. That is 4. That is in 2 to the power of 0, you cannot do, because there is no 2 square here. 2 to the power of 1, you cannot consider, because minimum 2, how many you need? 2 2s you need. 2 square, only thing you can consider. With respect to 3, it does not matter. With respect to 5, 5 to the power of 0 you cannot consider because minimum 1 5 should be there. So now if you look at it, 1, here 2 numbers, here 1 number. 1 into 2 into 1, there are 2 numbers which are multiple of 20, which is 20 as well as 60. Alright. So now let's solve the question. And this is a simple problem. You solve it at home. Find the number and sum of the factors for the following given number: 512, 64, 300, 240, 1001. That you are going to do at home. Okay. Now only for one number I will do it from my end. Right. I'll take a smaller number here, 300. I'll take 300. So how do you do for 300? 3 into first I will think 100. So then, because, don't calculate initially only what are the prime number, you get whatever, 100 can be written as 10 into 10. You keep on, simplifying it. So 10 can be, again, it is not a prime number. I can write 2 into 5. Another 10 also 2 into 5. Now, if you look at all the factors are in prime, that is 2 square into 3 into 5 square. That is 5 square is 25 into 4. That is 100. 100 into 3 will be 300. Now, if you look at for 2, I have 2 to the power of 0, 2 to the power of 1, 2 square up to 2 square. For 3, I have 3 to the power of 0, 3 to the power of 1 itself. For 5, till 5 square, I have 5 square. Now, how many factors? Here 3, here 2, here 3. 3 into 2, 6, 6 into 3, 18 factor. Sum of the factor, this is 1, this is 2, this is 4. Add them, 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 4, 7 into 3 plus 3 to the power of 0 is 1, 3 to the power of 1 is 3, 1 plus 3 is 4 into 5 to the power of 0 is 1, 5 to the power of 1 is 5, that is 6 plus 25 into 31. So you just add them, you will get the answer. This is how for the remaining number you do it at home and solve clearly. Right. Now we'll solve one more problem. Right. Now the question is, how many factors of n are perfect cubes? To become perfect cube, what you need? Right? For example, understand the value of perfect cube, right? So, for example, if I am having 1, it's a perfect cube. 8, that is 2 cube, is a perfect cube. Similarly, 3 cube, 27, is a perfect cube. That is 3 into 3 into 3, right? So, similarly, 4 cube is 64, is a perfect cube, right? So, similarly, 5 cube, 215, right? 125. Similarly, 6 cube, 216. Now, if you consider 6 cube, this is nothing but, 6 into 6 into 6, which can be written as 2 into 3 into 2 into 3 into 2 into 3. That is that 2 is there 3 times, 3 is there 3 times. Right. Similarly, here 3 is there 3 times. Now, if you are having 64, 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, that is 4 into 4 into 4. That is 2 has how many times? 6 times. So, whenever we are having one pair of 3, it will become cube. Another pair of 2, 2, 2. That is, this is 8 into 8. Right. So, that means that, if you want cube, we want it in pairs of how many times? 3, 3. Right. Then you will have a cube number. Here 3, 3, 3. 3 is how many times? 3 times. Now, if you want to make another 3, that is, 3 into 3 into 3. One more 3 if you put, it will not become a cube number because now these 3 are in 3 types, triplets, but this will become lone. So to make it cube, what I should do? I should add another 2 3 so that this is also in triplets, this is also in triplets. That is, it should be in the multiple of 3. Only multiple of 3s will give you square. So now coming back to the question. Now there is 2 to the power of 7. That means that I can write it as, if I want to split, 2 square, 2 cube, 2 to the power of 4, 2 to the power of 5, 2 to the power of 6, 2 to the power of 7. What is 3 to the power of 5? 3 to the power of 0, 3 to the power of 1, 3 square, 3 cube, 3 to the power of 4, 3 to the power of 5. What is 5 to the power of 10? 5 1, 5 2, 5 square, 5 cube, 5 to the power of 4, 5 to the power of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 5 to the power 10. Now, if I want to get cube, what is the basic rule? We want any number in triplets. If I take 2 to the power of 0, 1 can be written as 1 into 1 into 1. It is in triplet. So, this is okay. Similarly, 3 to the power of 0 is also okay. 5 to the power of, because there are 1 is a perfect cube. Can I have just 1, 2? No. Because to make it triplet, If your 1 2 is there, it is not possible. You should have minimum 3 2's. So that means that 2 to the power of 1 should not be there in your calculation. If I have 2 square, then there are only 2's, 2 2's. But to make it a cube, I have triplets. So again, 2 square is not a possibility. 2 cube, yes, because it is nothing but 2 into 2 into 2. So 2 to the power of 4, one triplet I can make, one extra 2 will remain. So 2 to the power of 4 should not be considered. 2 to the power of 5 should not be considered. 2 to the power of 6, I am writing 2 6 times. So that means that I can make pair of 3 3 2 times. So yes, so 2 to the power of 6 can be considered. Right, this can be considered. So what I can consider? 2 to the power of 0 here, 2 cube here, 2 to the power of 6. 2 to the power of 7? No, because 2 triplets of 3 3, 1 will remain as it is, so you cannot make. So these 3 from the 2 you can take. So what you can take from 3's? 3 to the power of 0? Yes, you can take. But 3 to the power of 1, only 1 3 is there, you cannot take. 3 square means what? 3 has been multiplied 2 times, but I need minimum 3 3's, cannot be taken. 3 cube? Yes, you can take. Similarly, 3 to the power of 4 I cannot take because one triplet I can make, the fourth 3 will remain single. Similarly, 3 to the power of 5, one triplet, remaining 2 3's will remain as it is. So only 3 to the power of 0 and 3 to the power of 5 can be taken here. Similarly, with respect to 5, what you can take? 5 to the power of 0, yes, you can take. 5 cube, you can take. 5 to the power of 6, again 6 5s, 3 3 ka 2 group you can make. 5 cube or 5 to the power of 9, 3 3 ka 3 groups you can make. Alright, so I can take 5 cube, 5 to the power of 6, 5 to the power 9. So that is from 2 I can take 3, here 2, here 4. So how many? 3 into 2. 3 into 2 is 6, 6 into 4, 24 perfect cubes can be available. Now, if you want to imagine it, right, you just understand the logic and imagine it. Now, I will write it and show you. What is 2 to the power of 0? 1. What is 3 to the power of 0? 1. What is 5 to the power of 0? 1. 1 into 1 into 1, 1. This is one factor. 1 is a perfect cube. Similarly, if I write 1 into what is 5 cube? 125. 1 into 1 into 125. 1 into 1 is 1 into 125. That is another perfect cube. Similarly, 1 into 5 to the power of 6. That is another. Right? Like that, if you keep on doing it. Right? Similarly, let's say 2 cube, 8. 8 into 1 into 1. That is 8. Like that, I only take which are multiple or having in a triplets and then see how many such triplets can be formed. Then, we can make 24 triplets. So this is how many factors are which are perfect cube, which are 24. Now for your practice question, simple questions again. How many factors of 720 are multiple of 18? To get multiple of 18, what is the minimum that you should have? Above that, whatever it is there, you do not worry. But minimum what should be there, that you should think. And if it is not there, remove from them. And only that much minimum you should keep and start doing the calculation. And you are having 6, 8, 10, 12. So how many factors of 720 are multiples of 18? 6, 8, 10, 12. This is your first question. Next, find the number of even factors of 540. So if you are going to get even, what you should not be consider, you should remember, 3 power, 4 power, 5 powers, 3 power, 5 power, other powers which are prime number does not matter because they are odd numbers. However, when you are having 2, within 2, what should be considered, what should be, taken or what should be taken out. 2 to the power of 0, that is, 1, that should be taken out and then do the calculation, and then let me know the answer in the comment section. As that is with the powers and exponents and the factors. In the next section, we'll have LCM and HCF, very, very important. Now, whatever this is a base, right? Question has not been asked. So, you can take it as a light-hearted, but, the question, in CSAT and GMAT, CAT and GMAT, this kind of question are regularly being asked. So, whenever UPSC want to make the paper little difficult, they can go to this. So, always understand the concept, keep it simple. If you don't understand, again, go back the video and again listen to it. I have given lot of example, try to understand it, right? And try to write. If you have not understood anything, please write it in the comment also, so that in the next video, I will do a separate video of 10-15 minutes of doubt clearance and I will do it. Okay, so don't worry about it. But our only goal is to make sure that you understand properly and CSAT become easy for you. It never become a roadblock for your clearing the prelims. That is the whole idea. So expect you to comment. I expect you to like the video if you have understood. Otherwise, don't do it. Not for the sake of liking it. If you have understood it and if you have any issue, along with that, you write them in the comment section. Either answers or your issues that you are facing that you have to write, so that I can address them in the next session. I can dissect it and go down one level, further lower level, and I can make you help the things. All right. So, all right, guys. So I'll come up with the next video with respect to LCM and HCF. And then, the remaining part, another 3-4 videos with respect to number system. Once you understand that, you will be in a very good position to do this, right? All right. So see you with the next video, right? Till then, take care.